Good morning, Facebook and everyone. So glad to have you on this Monday morning. I'm Saquon. Don't forget you can always listen and watch this live stream later throughout the day just by going to our InForum YouTube channel or on your favorite podcast platform. You can also just go to inforum.com/podcasts and then click on the InForum Minute as well. Really quick before I give you a little update on our breaking news this morning, wanted to let you know that today is a really big deadline for Minnesota homeowners and renters. You have until the end of today to file your refund on property taxes for 2020. So if you're not sure if you're eligible for that, you can check just by going to Minnesota Department of Revenue's website. We already know more than 872,000 people have filed already. Average refund for homeowner in Minnesota, you're looking at about $1,000. For renters, you're looking at closer to $700. So again, revenue.state.mn.us is where you will need to go to see if you are eligible. Again, only for 2020 refunds, because, for 2021 refunds, those claims do not need to be filed until next August. So again, Minnesota homeowners, renters, you will want to file for your refund on your property taxes for 2020 by the end of today. All right, so an update to our breaking news this morning. We told you earlier on First News, we had this during our newscast this morning, that there was a silver alert out for a missing man out of Belcourt. They were looking for 77-year-old Cecil Janot. He has now been found, so really good update there, but wanted to pass that along to you. Pass along that good news off to you, because we just found out about that a few minutes after our show had ended, so there's the update. Also today, we know former Clay County Sheriff Bill Bergquist is going to be laid to rest. He died last month while he was in hospice care at Sanford at age 64. He was dealing with Alzheimer's ever since he retired from the position, which was in 2019. He was elected sheriff back in 2002. Before that, he even served as assistant fire chief in Dilworth. So that ceremony is going to be taking place at MSUM's Nemzik Hall starting at 9 this morning, so in about an hour, at least visitation will. It's going to go into 11 with the service to follow. Another heads up for drivers, there's a procession route, and it's going to be having cars leave from Nemzik Hall and go through 1st Avenue North and 11th Street North all the way to Riverside Cemetery, where Bergquist is going to be laid to rest. So wanted to let you know about that procession route. If you can't make it in person, but you'd like to watch or you'd like to take part in paying your respects, you can just tune into a live stream right now. You can find that link on the Clay County Sheriff's Office Facebook page. All right, lots of road construction projects to tell you about today, because they're all kicking off today. So starting with Moorhead, you're not going to be able to take an exit ramp for a couple of days. So crews are going to be blocking off the exit to 20th Street off the interstate, which already started. It's already blocked off because it started at 7 this morning. They're going to be laying down some new concrete there, and that exit is expected to be closed off until at least Thursday. We also know that in Moorhead, 34th Street South and 28th Avenue South, that one of the lanes is going to be closed just near the Holiday gas station. They're going to be doing some preliminary work to put in a new traffic light before a full project there starts later this month. This project should be finished by next month. And then in Fargo, there's two closures that you might want to plan for this morning. There's eastbound traffic on Main Avenue, which is going to be down to just one lane, two lanes, between 28th Street South and University Drive. Some work is going to be done there. It should be back to 3 lanes by the end of the day, so that's a shorter one. And then 13th Avenue South will be down to 1 lane between 21st Street South, 17th Street South, right near Batteries Plus. They're going to be fixing the street there, and it's probably going to be blocked off until Thursday. Last lane, Grand Forks, Sanford Road is going to be closed for 2 blocks north of University. That's expected to reopen on Friday. We did learn this morning that it's a really small stretch of road. It really shouldn't have too much impact, just because it's kind of by dorms, like UND area, so it shouldn't really impact many of you, but we just found out this morning that this is a really small stretch of road, so wanted to let you know about that. That area should be reopening on Friday. Okay, also starting today, if you want to be a Fargo firefighter, you can have your stab at it. So we know that applications right now are open. It's unclear how many candidates Fargo Fire Department is looking for, but we do know that selected candidates are going to have to go through both a written test and an agility test. So if you are wondering how you can qualify, you have to just be at least 18, have a valid driver's license, and you must have completed at least 60 college credits in any subject. So applications, again, are open right now, you guys, until September 5th. You're asked to register in advance by emailing Division Chief Craig Nelson. His email is cnelson@fargond.gov. Also, last chances, right? Enjoy the historic Island Park pool while you can, because some major work is going to be done here pretty soon. So pool is going to be open for free all of this week leading up to Sunday. That's when it's going to be closing for some major renovations. So again, from there, it's going to be closed all of next summer. Construction crews are going to be working on the new pool, which we have talked about a lot on First News. And that is expected to have some things like a lazy river, new diving boards, and then this huge competition-sized pool area. That should all be ready by the summer of 2024. So again, soak up the sun. I guess there's not really too much for the sun later today, but yeah, go visit the pool while you can before it closes down for a long time. Okay, also there are 2 wading pools in Moorhead that you can take your dogs to today. So Moorhead Park District's annual Doggy Dip Day is kicking off today. So it will cost you $5 to get your dog in the water. You just need to make sure your dog has a collar, ID tags, and have proper vaccinations. That's going to be going from 3:30 to 7:30. All right. Also, natural gas customers in Minnesota, you might be seeing some relief because 4 companies, including Xcel Energy, is going to be picking up their customers' tabs. This all comes after the Minnesota Public Utilities Commission voted for each of them to pay $60 million toward those bills, and it's all related to this price spike that we saw during winter storms in February of last year. So the companies charged these customers $660 million during that time, which saw a spike in customers turning on their heat, of course. Xcel is going to be paying $19 million of that cost, and the commission is expected to meet again this fall to plan around these future price spikes. Also, we know that right now Minneapolis police are looking for a suspect who they say shot and killed a man in George Floyd Square. This all happened at around 1 yesterday afternoon when police found 2 men in their 20s with really serious life-threatening injuries, gunshot wounds. One of the men did die. The other one is in the hospital. He's alive, but in very serious condition. And right now, what's interesting is that police officers are saying they are worried a little bit about their investigation because they're worried that some of the evidence might have been taken away by witnesses of that shooting. So things like shell casings and the weapon that they came from. So we'll stay on top of this for you, and we'll let you know once we hear any updates. Also, we know that the FDA is now recommending people to take 3 at-home COVID tests to confirm their negative results. So it issued this new safety guideline for COVID antigen tests, and it says a negative COVID test should be followed by another one. So if the second test is also negative, but you are still a little bit iffy about your result, then you can take a third test about 48 hours later. At that point, the agency is also saying you can just, get tested through a lab or call your healthcare provider as well. Speaking of COVID, we also know that a lot of cruise lines are dropping their vaccination requirements for some trips. So starting next month, we know Carnival Cruise Line and Princess Cruises are no longer going to require guests to apply for a vaccine exemption for most trips that are shorter than 16 days. Royal Caribbean, Celebrity Cruises, they're all going to be welcoming passengers who meet testing requirements on some of those trips. So I wanted to let you know about that if you had any plans to take a cruise anytime soon. If you're not vaccinated, that's what's going on with 4 major cruise lines. Also, lastly, today, wanted to let you know Johnson & Johnson says that it's going to be it's planning on stopping selling talc-based baby powder starting next year. So this is something that has, really caused a lot of controversy. So talc, it's a thickening agent, so that's now going to be replaced with cornstarch. The company says that its product is safe, and it's always said that, but we also know that the company has been at the center of lawsuits for many years. So that thousands of women who got ovarian cancer after using this sued the company. This product hasn't even been sold in the US or Canada since 2020. So I wanted to let you know that it is removing that product and replacing it with cornstarch. All right, Hot Mic with Dom Izzo, 9 to 11, WDAY Extra, InForum.com. Dom's always got great guests on, so make sure you go join him this morning. And then, yeah, I think that's really all we have today. Wanted to let you know as well before we go that you can get, for 99 cents a month for your first 3 months, you can get an all-access pass to InForum.com. Just go on InForum.com/subscribe. All right, we have news at 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. Don't forget to join our evening newscast there, and then we'll be back here tomorrow morning from 5 to 7. Have a great day.